today? I'm guessing it's because you care about the future of our planet. But what does that mean exactly? What does it really take to make a difference? Lately, sustainability has become the next buzzword. I go to lots of events and talk to companies selling their green products and their green solutions and how they can help you reduce your footprint. And then I ask, and what are you doing to restore the planet? Silence. They're missing the point. Sustainability is starting to feel like the next marketing trend or business opportunity, but just doing less of the bad stuff won't stop planetary collapse. We need to do more good. Don't get me wrong, it's vital that we reduce, but there's an and missing. Reducing your footprint alone is nowhere near enough. If you truly care about the future, you need to reduce and restore. Restore our forest, our oceans, our ecosystems, and even the way we educate our young about them, because no one else is coming to save us. Take carbon as an example. Net zero does not stop us breaking through the dangerous 1.5 to 2 degrees of warming. The science shows we need to pull more carbon out the atmosphere than we're putting into it. And what about the other less talked about crisis in the room, biodiversity loss? Wildlife populations have dropped a whopping 73% in the last 50 years alone. One third of all fish species are now endangered. And with biodiversity loss comes complete ecosystem collapse. In other words, the collapse of our planet. And we're losing species faster today than in the run up to any of the previous mass extinctions that have struck this planet. Now, I remember the exact moment 6 years ago when this hit me. I had just put my then 2-year-old daughter down for her nap when I read an article which said we have just 10 years before triggering irreversible tipping points that will lead to the end of civilization as we know it. I felt terrified for Senna's future. In 10 years' time, she would only be 12. What would the world look like when she's 40 or 60? But how can just one person, a mum from High Barnet, or you hospitality leaders, possibly go about making a difference? Well, there's this magic machine that sucks carbon out the atmosphere, costs very little, and builds itself. It's called, and trees aren't just carbon sinks. They clean the air we breathe, they filter the water we drink, they provide homes for the world's wildlife, they give us food and medicine and protect us against extreme storms and soil erosion and flooding, and they give jobs to 1.6 billion people. You get the idea. And when we plant trees, we also tackle things like poverty, hunger, gender inequality, clean drinking water, education, even the health of our oceans. So when I discovered it cost just £1 to plant a tree, I wanted to tell everyone. Because the more people who I could get to join with me, the bigger impact we could have. What if us parents planted a tree for each of our 10 million children? What if a tree was planted with every meal out, every ticket, or every hotel room booked? There are 1 million hotel rooms in the UK. Add just £1 to every stay, and the impact would be extraordinary. And it's working. From one mum in High Barnet to today, together at Just One Tree, we've planted over 5 million trees, restoring ecosystems around the world. At Just One Tree, we believe in the future. That's why we grow forests, regenerate oceans through kelp and mangroves, and why we educate children around the world through our Just One Tree Day for the Planet, which is now held in schools across 17 countries. Working together, we can go beyond just doing less of the bad stuff and really heal our planet. It's simple, it's easy, it's achievable, and it's just £1. But the question is, what role will you play in all of this? Imagine the power in this room if every hotel, every restaurant, every business joined in. As Jane Goodall once said, what you do makes a difference. You've just got to decide what kind of difference you want to make.